Good morning, everyone. I'm David.
And I'm Sophia. Welcome to today's English lesson. Today's topic is English for office meetings. Have you ever attended a meeting where you knew the ideas but didn't know how to express them in English? Don't worry, you're not alone. Today we'll learn useful English expressions that you can use in office meetings with confidence. Ready? Let's begin. Situation 1. Starting a meeting.
Imagine you're the team leader. You enter the meeting room and say, "Good morning, everyone. Thank you for joining today's meeting. I hope you're all doing well. Let's get started." These are simple, professional, and natural expressions.
Now repeat after David. Good morning, everyone. Thank you for joining today's meeting. Let's begin. Excellent. These 3 sentences are used in thousands of meetings every day. Situation 2. Introducing the meeting agenda. Every meeting has an agenda. Listen carefully. Today's meeting is about our new marketing strategy. Our goal today is to discuss next month's project. We'll review last week's progress. Finally, we'll answer your questions. These expressions help everyone understand the purpose of the meeting. Here's another useful sentence. Before we begin, does everyone have the agenda? Very professional, very common. Situation 3. Giving your opinion. Sooner or later, someone will ask for your opinion. Instead of staying quiet, try these expressions. I think we should improve our customer service. In my opinion, this plan will save time. I believe this idea has great potential. From my perspective, we need more research. Notice something. These sentences sound confident without sounding rude. Now it's your turn. Repeat after me. I think. In my opinion. I believe. From my perspective. Excellent. These phrases are perfect for meetings, presentations, and interviews. Situation 4. Agreeing politely. Meetings are all about teamwork. Sometimes you agree with someone. Instead of simply saying yes, try these expressions. I completely agree. That's a great idea. I think you're right. I couldn't agree more. These expressions sound much more professional. Let's practice. David says, I think we should finish the project before Friday. What do you think, Sophia? I completely agree. Finishing early will give us more time to review everything. Exactly. That's how professionals communicate. Situation 5. Disagreeing politely. Sometimes you disagree, but remember, being polite is very important. Instead of saying, you're wrong, try these expressions. I understand your point, but I have a different opinion. I see what you mean. However, I'm not sure I completely agree. That's an interesting idea, but perhaps we should consider another option. Notice the difference. Professional English isn't about winning an argument. It's about sharing ideas respectfully. That's why these expressions are so useful. Practice conversation. I think we should launch the product next week. I understand your point, but I think we need more testing before the launch. That's a good suggestion. Let's discuss it with the team. Great idea. Teamwork always leads to better decisions. End of part 1. Fantastic. Today you've learned how to start a meeting, introduce the agenda, give your opinion, agree politely, disagree politely. These are essential skills for every office professional. But we're only halfway there. In part 2, you'll learn how to ask questions, interrupt politely, present ideas confidently, end a meeting professionally, and use advanced business English expressions that native speakers use in real office meetings. See you in part 2. Welcome back, everyone. I'm David. And I'm Sophia. In part 1, you learned how to start a meeting, introduce the agenda, give your opinion, agree politely, and disagree professionally. Now it's time to learn even more useful business English expressions that professionals use every day. Let's continue. Situation 6. Asking questions during a meeting. Asking questions is an important part of every meeting. Instead of staying silent,
you can ask questions like these. Could you explain that again, please? Can you give us more details? What do you mean by that? Could you clarify this point? These expressions sound professional and respectful.
Let's practice together. Repeat after David. Could you explain that again, please? Excellent. Can you give us more details? Very good. What do you mean by that? Perfect. Remember, good communication begins with good questions. Situation 7. Interrupting politely. Sometimes you need to interrupt someone during a meeting, but never interrupt rudely. Instead, use polite expressions. Excuse me. Sorry to interrupt. If I may add something, may I say something? These phrases show respect while allowing you to join the conversation. Here's a quick example. David is presenting his idea. I believe our sales will increase by 20% next quarter. Sorry to interrupt, David. Could we also discuss our marketing budget? Of course, Sophia. That's an excellent point. Let's include it in today's discussion. Situation 8. Presenting your ideas. Sooner or later, you'll need to present your own ideas. Try these expressions. I'd like to share an idea. I have a suggestion. I think this solution will improve our results. Let me explain my proposal. Professional speakers don't use difficult English. They use clear English. Confidence is just as important as vocabulary. Speak slowly, smile, maintain a calm voice, and remember, simple English is powerful English. Situation 9. Summarizing the discussion. Before ending a meeting, someone usually summarizes the discussion. You can say, let's summarize today's meeting. Today we discussed 3 important points. We agreed to complete the project by Friday. Our next meeting will be next Monday. These sentences make your meeting organized and professional. Here's another useful expression. Before we finish, does everyone have any questions? This gives everyone an opportunity to speak. Situation 10. Ending a meeting professionally. Ending a meeting politely is just as important as starting it. Here are some common expressions. Thank you for your time. Thank you for your valuable ideas. It was a productive meeting. Have a wonderful day. Simple, professional, respectful. People always remember how a meeting ends. A positive ending leaves a positive impression. Complete office meeting conversation. Good morning, everyone. Thank you for joining today's meeting. Our goal today is to discuss the new marketing campaign. I'd like everyone to share their ideas. Sophia, would you like to begin? Thank you, David. I think social media advertising should be our main focus. In my opinion, it will help us reach more customers. That's an excellent idea. Does anyone have another suggestion? I'd like to add one more point. We should also improve our customer support. Happy customers often become loyal customers. I completely agree. Let's include that in our action plan. Before we finish, does anyone have any questions? No questions from me. Thank you for organizing today's meeting. Thank you, everyone. It was a productive discussion. Have a great day. Now it's your turn. Imagine you're leading a meeting. Answer these questions aloud. How would you start the meeting? How would you share your opinion? How would you politely disagree? How would you end the meeting? Pause the audio, take your time, and answer in English. Excellent work. Final summary. Today you learned how to start an office meeting, introduce the agenda, share your opinions confidently, agree and disagree politely, ask professional questions, interrupt respectfully, present your ideas clearly, summarize important points, end a meeting professionally. These expressions are used by professionals in offices all over the world. Remember, business English isn't about using difficult words. It's about communicating clearly, respectfully, and confidently. Practice these conversations every day. The more you practice, the more natural they'll become. Congratulations! You've completed today's English for Office Meetings lesson. Whether you're preparing for your first job, an interview, or an important business meeting, these expressions will help you speak with confidence. Thank you so much for learning with us. Keep practicing, keep improving, and remember, confidence comes from consistent practice. We'll see you in the next English lesson. Goodbye and happy learning.